Hi everybody, I'm Jack. This is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. I'm sitting out here in my backyard just enjoying a little bit of fresh air. Nice and crisp this morning. We were probably in the mid to upper 30s here. It's warming up during the day. But I've been spending a lot of time inside, so it's just really nice to get outside and breathe some fresh air because as you know, if you've watched any of my videos, I'm outside in the cabin most of the time when I'm in Costa Rica. Anyhow, just thought I would do one of the little weekend chats. Not going to really be about food today. We're going to talk about changing the world. How do we change the world? Everybody's, a lot of people that we come across through this food lifestyle, and I come across people like that I network with on yoga and stuff. A lot of activists out there, a lot of people that are, well-meaning. They want to, they're conscious. They want to affect change on the world. They want to be a positive influence on where they live. And I see it a lot of times, and it's just like, sometimes I know people have good intentions, but it's almost like their efforts are ineffective. And if you really, I believe, and this is just my opinion, everything's always my opinion, but I believe if you really want to make change and not just, be seen as being one of the people that shares this stuff all the time, because that's all well and good, all this stuff, we're in an age now where social media, and I see memes being shared every day, and you have the people that are constantly popping one cause or another. They're sharing this, they're sharing that. But to me, I think there's an effective way of actually making a difference out there. And it's nothing dramatic. It's not, you don't have to go join groups. You don't have to become an activist. You don't have to get all that involved. You can make a difference by just simply being an example. You don't have to be a big talker. You don't have to preach to people. You don't even have to tell people anything. If you live a certain way, if you live a conscious, righteous way, people are going to notice. People are going to notice, especially if you live that way all the time and you're consistent with it. I see, especially in the vegan world and in a lot of different causes where it's, global warming, politics, whatever. I see people that all day long they're actually hurting themselves. They will share and they will pound and pound and pound, and it's almost like every hour on the hour there's something new, and then each one of those gets a discussion going, and they're just so all day to where I was talking with this recently with somebody, and I said, listen, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I probably agree with every single one of the posts that they make, the memes that they post. It's just the frequency and kind of the tone of how they share things. They almost become invisible. And I've come across this stuff when I've, studying some online marketing and whatever. When you're trying to get your message out there, or whether you're trying to market or sell something, it's still pretty much the same strategy. And, to me, there's a lot of people that I network with. I like them, great people. A lot of times they'll make comments on my stuff, but they are sharing the same causes over and over and over and over, to where to me it's not like I'm angry or I'm not mad or whatever. It becomes invisible because you just know Joe is always Joe just slams out this all day. So in a way that becomes a little bit ineffective, just because it's just too much. And I've come to a lot of these things. I've talked about this, I don't know how many number of times, about how different I'd have been if I'd have come to my consciousness at an earlier age, because, we settle in as we get a little bit older. We figure things out. I mean, a lot of you young'uns, y'all ain't made near the, I've made about 3 or 4 times y'all's mistakes. So there's a learning curve for me. You just kind of settle in a little bit when you get older. It's not so frenetic, and so, you think about it a little bit more. I try to, put stuff out there on other social media platforms, and it's not always relating to the food, but I try to be effective doing it. I try not to share constantly. I just kind of try to pick and choose. But let me get off of that part. Like I say, changing the world, it's just a one person by one person thing. If everybody just kind of quietly did their thing as an example, you know, if you're into recycling, recycle your stuff. Just always recycle your stuff. If you're into the environment, do your part. If, you know, everything you're about, live that. People notice that. I'm telling you. People notice more than you know. People don't always say, hey Joe, you know, we noticed blah blah blah, but they do. So just live it. Another thing, you know, little things, little acts of kindness. You know, there's little things every day. The person ahead of you, you know, you give them 15 cents because they don't have change. They can't break a bill or something, or you know, whatever. There's little kindnesses we can do almost every day. Opening the door for somebody. You know, my mother, people help her all the time, and I try to pay that back or pay it forward, because, you know, she's not that mobile. She doesn't get around that well. And yeah, she's always telling me stories about people, you know, helping her with this, helping her with her door and whatever. And that's what's it about, just the people helping people, just keeping it simple. And you know, what'll make you feel good sometime, everybody wants to go out and toot their horn and talk about what they did and kind of be like, look at me, look at me. It's kind of a natural human instinct, but we can do these things anonymously. We don't have to, they don't even have to be known. I was watching this thing last night on the news with my mom about the Secret Santa thing and the origins of it. I had never heard about that before, but that's really cool. That's really cool because there is no credit there. There's not somebody getting credit. It's just somebody that, and the story was really nice, that just genuinely wanted to help other people. So a lot of times this changing the world comes from inside. It comes more from our attitudes than it does from, you know, so much action and talking and whatever. Just do your little part. That's how I'm going to finish up there. Just do your little part. And this time of year is always, there's lots of opportunities this time of year. You know, there's lots of opportunities. There's people dealing with depression. A lot of people don't do well with the holiday season for one reason or another. Even when I'm happy to be here with my mom, but I've spent a lot of Christmases alone. It just doesn't really bother me, but you guys know my loner tendencies. But there's a lot of people out there that go through depression during the holidays. Keep your eyes open for those people. Out in shopping situations, in malls, and whatever. You know, everybody is so, everything's high charge. People are very on edge there. I see people snap at their families and stuff all the time. So as I'm going to Pensacola tomorrow to do a little bit of shopping for my goods, I don't really have any Christmas shopping to do. I'll probably pop by the mall and a couple of other stores. I'm just going to try to, you know, be pleasant, smile at people. Thank you, please, Merry Christmas. Had this kid, like I said, I had this kid come up to me yesterday and just said, Merry Christmas. It's just these simple things, you know. Everybody wants to always do something big, but a bunch of little things will add up. Anyhow, just kind of a thoughtful weekend discussion here. I hope you guys like that one, and I hope you're having a beautiful weekend, and hope you're having a lovely holiday season, whatever you celebrate. See you guys. Peace.